So in this video, we're going to put together a very quick yet impressive looking gift box that goes together very quickly. So let's take a look at what I have here in front of me. As you can see, we've got these two pieces here. We've got these two pieces here. This is we have a liner and a bottom, the sides. The flaps for this are already built into the sides. We have some panels, and that's pretty much it. So what we're going to do, and what I like to do as often as possible, is start by working on things that are flat. And again, whenever possible, we want to do that. We have these overlay pieces, or these panels, that we're going to glue right on here. And you want these to kind of butt up to where these scallops begin and leave a little bit of an edge along the bottom. So you can get started there. And you really can't get this wrong because these two pieces are going to go over the sections that have the little slits cut out for our ribbon. Okay, so you can just get started here. This is going to go together really quick. And again, this is a great little box that you can use for last minute stuff. You're going to a birthday party for a friend, one of your girlfriends. And again, just because we're doing this with, floral paper doesn't mean you can't dress this up for another holiday, be it Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day. This would even be cool for Halloween if you use some really cool Halloween pattern papers or colors. You could do this in red for Halloween, red for Christmas, black for Halloween, Valentine's Day. This is the kind of box that is very versatile. So let's just get our panels on here. And while we have this out, you can see that we also have these panels here. They should all be the same size because it is a square box. And we're going to lay these down right here on this section. And again, it's going to go together really quick. This is probably the fastest box in the bundle to assemble. So if you're looking for just a quick way to even give a gift card will fit in here perfectly. You could also even make this bigger or smaller if you wanted to. I don't think any of the machines would have any issues cutting the little scallops on there. And the slits should cut just fine as well for your ribbon. So again, it lends itself to so many uses, and it's one of those, this whole bundle I think is just a good little bundle to have in your arsenal for any occasion. Okay, so you saw what I did there. Just putting the panels on. We're going to repeat the same process on the other side. We'll get this thing put together and then tie a nice little bow on there and call it a day. So again, make sure that you're getting these lined up and butting up to right where the little scallops begin. And then take a look at the bottom. Make sure you've got a nice even border going all the way around as well, just like that. And these are great for especially people that are new to Dreaming Tree. Okay, again, just make sure, and I'm going to lift this up actually. It's probably going to be a little bit easier for me to match up the little slits for the ribbon to go through there if I do it that way. And I should be using this thing more often, and I'm not. There we go. Okay, let's get our bottom panels on, and then we can put this thing together. It's literally 2 tabs and then a bottom. So as promised, it's going to go together really quick, which is nice because one of the great things about doing paper crafts is you have the ability to save some time by not having to go out and find stuff. Even a trip to Hallmark is going to cost you probably an hour well, not an hour in driving, but just the whole getting in the car and going and browsing. You probably end up spending money on stuff that you didn't even intend to. And anyway, all right, so we got the panels down. We have this little tab here, okay? And we're just gonna get that glued into place. So let's throw a little bit of glue right onto that tab. I'm gonna spread it out thin, all the way up to the edge, and just get it lined up. And just push down, let it hold for a second, and then you can lift it up and fold it over onto itself. By doing so, if your tabs here match up and sit perfectly on top of each other, you know that you've got it perfectly aligned. Okay, let me just scoot my chair up a little bit. I feel like I'm 10 feet from the table. All right, and then you can just fold that over. Let's bring this tab over here. You can see that tab there. Get our glue on that tab. A little bit out to the edge, just like that. And pop that down. And just get that glued to the other side. Give it a good push. I'm going to rotate it this way. Give it another little push. There we go. Okay, pretty much halfway there. And at this point, I don't really think it matters which side is the front. The way that this is going to work is these are going to fold in first, and then these are going to fold in together. They should line up nicely so that you can get your ribbon through there. Okay, and it'll stay together. It's not going to be completely flat, obviously, because there's going to be a little bit of ribbon under there. It's going to sit like that, but everything should feed in nicely. And then we'll tie a nice bow. But before we do that, we've got to put our bottom on, otherwise the gift's just going to fall through. There's one little piece with the letter L on it that is your liner. You're going to save that for later. And what I suggest doing is starting on one side, and let's focus on anchoring the bottom here first. Okay, and I know that's not going to stick because I don't have enough out to the edge, so I'm just going to go over that one more time, make sure I'm getting enough glue everywhere, and just get that nice and lined up. This is a square box, so it doesn't matter which side of this square piece I'm using. It should line up nicely. Give it a nudge, make sure it's nice and centered, push down right along that edge. Okay, give it a second, and then you can fold it down like this and push from the inside. Okay, there we go. And now, to finish this off, let's get some glue on these tabs. And then of course, as always, let's get some nice clean seams here. And just kind of, once you start, you don't want to stop as far as moving that glue bottle, I should say. And the last side, there we go. And flare these out a little bit so that as you're pushing this down, it grabs more of that surface, and voila, close it up. Run your fingers along the edges here, and that looks pretty good. Actually looks really good. And let's just hope that everything sits nice and flat and perfect. If it doesn't, we can go in and kind of clean up and touch up little areas if this bottom is kind of lifting off, but it's actually not. That looks really good. Perfect. So let's go ahead and open this thing up, and let's pretty it up inside by throwing some glue inside here. Just go real easy on it, not too much, just enough. And let's pop our liner in there, get it nice and centered, make that inside look really nice. And that'll kind of sturdy the box up a little bit. So it's like we've got two layers on everything. So it feels nice and nice and sturdy. Okay, so now at this point, what we're gonna do is just grab some ribbon, and you know what, I have some ribbon here to kind of give us a better idea of how much we're gonna need. So this was pre-cut so that I can kind of show you. So we're looking at about, that's 23 inches, 23, and then plus 6, so you're looking at about 29 inches of ribbon. And I'm gonna grab my scissors. And I don't know where my fabric scissors are, so I'm just gonna use these. It should work nicely. Okay. Okay, so what we wanna do is we're gonna feed this, we're gonna feed the ribbon through these little slits here. And when you're feeding it, I think it's easier based on a few attempts here to leave the pattern, if you have a pattern, on the inside so they're facing each other on the inside so they're not going outward. And then we're just gonna feed that through, making sure we don't get anything jumbled up or mixed up, nice and straight through the other two little slits. Okay. Come on. It's starting to fray a little bit, so it's giving me a hard time. There we go. Just pull that through all the way. Try to make sure you've got an even amount of ribbon. Okay, and then we're just gonna take it and tie a little knot. Like that. And then create a little bow, create another little bow, and it's just like tying your shoes. Make your little knot. Try to put the tails out in front. We can just do that for now, and then kind of clean this up a little bit by moving the tails down and adjusting each of the tails until we have just the right size bow. I think it's pretty obvious how big you want it relative to the actual box. I'm going to pull these in a little bit more so that when I tighten it, it looks about like that. Give the bow a little bit of roundness by kind of ruffling it up a bit. And then when you cut your tail, leave a little bit on there, or again, whatever you want to do. So that's pretty much it for this box. As you can see, it goes together very quickly and it's unique. Perfect for a gift card, small gift, some treats, whatever it may be. So if you do happen to make one of these, we'd love to see it. Visit us by doing a search on Facebook for Dreaming Tree Group. There's a lot of members in there that are actively posting their amazing creations, and we'd love for you to join in. And if you did love this video, please take a moment to visit our YouTube channel where you can hit that subscribe button. And as always, I look forward to crafting with you again. Stay on top of all things Dreaming Tree and engage with us today. Get the latest news and enter in our giveaways on Facebook. Get inspired by following us on Pinterest. Be the first to see our new product launches on Instagram. Do you prefer Twitter? Yep, we're there too. Watch our beautiful product trailers and assembly tutorials on YouTube. For more information, visit www.3dsvg.com. Live, craft, love, and dream.